Welcome class. Today we are going to revise the poem Dust of Snow written by Robert Frost. Before we begin the poem, let us know something about the poet. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in the United States. Known for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech, Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in New England in the early 20th century, using them to examine complex social and philosophical themes. One similar thing has been explained in this poem as well. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime and is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. He became one of America's rare public literary figures, almost an artistic institution in himself. He was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal in 1960 for his poetic works. On July 22, 1961, he was named Poet Laureate of Vermont, where he lived. Now, theme of the poem. This poem, Dust of Snow, signifies the importance of small things. This is to note down here. Importance of small things in our life or incidents which sometimes change the whole scene. What the scene is going on because of some tiny things. Most of the times it happens that any scene gets changed completely. These things seem simple but have a larger significance in a time of depression and hopelessness. These two are the characteristics of modern human life. Everyone is depressed, everyone is hopeless. So, in such a scenario, sometimes what happens that some small things change the whole course of life themselves. Now, explanation of the poem. Here in the picture you can see this is the image of hemlock tree. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Now what has happened here? The poet was once walking by a hemlock tree. Okay? This is the hemlock tree, and hemlock tree is considered to be a negative omen in many cultures. The poet says, I was walking by a hemlock tree. Then what happens? A crow shooks down on me the dust of snow. It was winter, there was snow everywhere on the trees as well. So there was a crow on this hemlock tree and it shook its body, and some dust of snow fell over the writer's body. And this thing is not clear that the snow dust fell over his head, his shoulder, or which part of the body. It's not given in the poem. Just he felt some snow dust over his body from a hemlock tree. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. He says, this small insignificance activity of this crow has given my heart a change of mood. My heart completely got changed because of this insignificant things and saved some part of a day I had rued. And the day which was till now ruined by me, this crow saved the rest part of the day which I was going to spoil. Okay, so crow also here in many countries, not only in countries, in many cultures, it is believed to be a negative omen. It is related to negative things. Similar thing goes with hemlock tree also. So these two negative things, these two things which often we ignore, even as simple as dust of snow, this also we ignore often. All these smaller things changed the poet's mood from sadness to lightness, means his mood became light, and the rest part of the day which he was going to spoil, it was saved now. We'll be talking of the figures of speeches used here. First of all, we have rhyming scheme. Let us go back to the poem itself to discuss the rhyming scheme. Here, first one is crow. So, if we give it A, then me is not rhyming with A, so we'll have to give it B. Snow is rhyming with crow, so we'll again give it A. And tree is rhyming with me, so we'll give it B. So, first stanza is having the rhyme scheme of A, B, A, and B. When we come to the second stanza, heart. So if we give it A, then mood is not rhyming with heart, so we will give it B. Then part is rhyming with heart, so it's A, and then rude rhyming with mood, so B. So second stanza also is having the rhyme scheme of A, B, A, and B. Now, next figure of speech used here in this poem is alliteration. Alliteration is repetition of consonant sounds. This we can find in has given my heart. Okay. So here alliteration and saved some part. S repeated. So here alliteration. Next figure of speech which is given in the poem is assonance. Assonance is prominence of vowel sound throughout a line. Okay. Here shook down on me. O. So here it is assonance. Figure of speech assonance as O sound is prominent. Now let us quickly summarize the poem. The poet is in a bad mood and is walking by a hemlock tree. This tree is supposed to be a poisonous tree and is often associated with bad omens. As he passes by, some snow dust falls on him. He looks and finds a crow on the tree. Whether the snow falls on his shoulder or head, it is unknown. As there is no specific mention in this poem, and even the crow's action too is doubtful, whether the crow was landing, shivering, or readjusting itself on the branch or was taking off. This action of the crow is not mentioned in the poem. Here, the two agents of nature which are ominous according to many cultures are associated with sadness and gloom change the poet's mood suddenly. Okay, there are a lot of things around us. The things which we often ignore, they all combinedly change our mood sometimes and we keep on ignoring them. So this poem also shows the significance of smaller things and even nature, importance of nature in human life, that how nature is capable of changing our mood in seconds. Okay, that was all for this poem. Thank you everyone.